Experience the X Effect. Improve your physical, financial, and emotional health. Take your life back. FuXion is the result of a dream, and it's designed for dreamers just like you. We're dedicated to helping people achieve true health, physical, financial, and emotional.
Once in a lifetime. That's a very, very overused statement. However, tonight there's a whole lot of people in this room who believe that this is once in a lifetime opportunity for sure. They've come from many, many countries around the world to be here tonight, and I'm very excited to welcome everyone to this pre-launch. It's a very unique opportunity because there is a fusion, pun intended, of very powerful forces going on. Number one, especially this time of year, powerful worldwide force of people wanting healthier choices. They want healthier choices that include no preservatives, healthier choices that include all natural, healthier choices that include no sugar. We have that. There's also an opportunity where we're bringing a very, very successful company that has 5 or 6 years of very amazing success. They've had success in 10 Latin American countries and now in the United States, with potential expansion in a very short time to Spain, Dominican Republic, and Argentina. Very powerful forces. We also have very powerful force of a visionary leadership team, a visionary corporate team that has really taken a hold of a unique economic thing that I am very proud to be here about, and that is to help everyone get out of debt. Can you imagine how if we just help 2, 5, 10, 20 people get out of debt, how freeing that is? That's a very powerful thing that's going on in the world right now, because it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you spend more, then you're in trouble. And our goal, our mission from the very top to the very recent is to help people get out of debt. Another very powerful thing that's happened is we've gathered a group of leaders in this industry like none ever before. And that group of leaders is going to take this message not only to the 10 Latin American countries, but we're going to expand to the United States, and we're going to expand to the EU, we're going to expand to Russia, we're going to expand to Southeast Asia, and we're going to take this message around the world because I think it's very important. And we're going to be the vehicle for which that happens. Tonight, you're going to hear from a very powerful leadership team, and I want to bring up my next guest, who is Jaime Laquier from Uruguay. And I've worked with him for many, many years, and he is a very powerful speaker, a very powerful business trainer, and he has done great things in this industry. Welcome, Jaime Laquier.
Oh boy, I'm so excited to be here. I'm sorry for my Spanglish. I hope everyone understands it. Anyway, I'm really, really excited to be here and to bring this message, this pre-launch in the United States. You know, what a guy from Mexico that is living in Uruguay is doing in the United States right now. We're the newly born, and you know what? I'm here as many other leaders from all around the world because we've already seen what's gonna happen with this company. I really think, I believe, I'm sure that this company is gonna change the way that we think about wellness. This company is gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years the major game changer in the whole industry of wellness. It's gonna change the way we think about ourselves, about how to take care of ourselves. And that's maybe the biggest market today. So if we look at it as a business, it's amazing. And if we look at it as a movement to improve the lives of everyone around us, it's also huge. It's really exciting to be part of something like this. And I'm not gonna lie to you. We are looking for leaders that have the vision to see this before it happens. Because if you are going to invest in something that you can already see, it's not a good investment. If you are going to invest right now in companies doing video streaming, it's too late. So you need vision. You don't need sight. You need to invest. You need to invest your time, your passion, your money. Everything you want to invest, you need to do it in things that you can have the vision to see what hasn't happened yet. I hope that was correct. And you know what? This is the time to do that. And we need those leaders that can see what's going to happen before it happens. But we are cheating a little bit. Just a little bit. Because usually, when you are starting with a company, you don't have anything to see. You need to believe in that vision, and that's it. But we are talking right now, and that's the good news, we are talking about a company that it's already established. We're talking about a huge company around the world that it's already doing more than $100 million in sales. They already do everything right. They already have amazing products. They are already bringing this wellness to millions of people around the world. So that's why we are cheating, because we already know that this company works. The good news is that they are launching in United States. They are launching in Europe. They are launching in most of the countries around the world, and the biggest markets also. So we have a proven company launching in the best markets around the world. That's pure gold. That's the huge opportunity we're talking about. And of course, what benefits you can get from this company, from this business model? Many of them. Because I told you, this is not only about one kind of wellness, it's about all kinds of wellness. You can become better in many aspects. This company can help you improve in many aspects of your life. For example, you can choose your hours. You can choose the people you can work with. How many of you, really, be honest, how many of you can choose all the hours you want to work, all the days you want to work, all the people you want to work? Raise your hands. How many of you can do that? That's a blessing. All of you that say that are not part of this company yet, because that was also cheating. That's a blessing. That's really a blessing. Okay? For example, you can have all the advantages of a business, all the tax advantages and all the learning advantages of a business without the risks. Tony Robbins, for example, one of the biggest coaches in the world, maybe one of the biggest corporate business coaches in the world, says that the amazing thing about this business is that you can have all the benefits without the risks of being your own boss, which is amazing. Randy Gage, maybe you've heard about him. He's a guy with a couple of books. You will hear about him very soon. He says, you know what, this is the best way of doing business because it's the smart way of doing business right now. The world has changed, and the way that we need to do business must change too. And all these benefits is the way to do it. We have travel opportunities, for example. How many of you, your employer, the company you work with, gives you 2 or 3 or 4 travels a year around the world? Raise your hands. Not the ones that are already with the company. Cheaters. Okay, you see? Because it's not only about making money, it's about enjoying that money. It's about having a better quality of life. So we have a lot of advantages, and the only limits are the ones that you put to yourself. You don't need any experience, you don't need any kind of contacts, you don't need anything but the desire to learn how to do it and to start to do it. And of course, if you can do it at the beginning, as we are doing right now, it's huge. But to do all this, the most important part is to have an amazing line of product. That's the key. That's the core of any business, to have an amazing line of products. Products that people will actually desire to use every day, every week, every month for many years. And that's what makes a difference with this company, that we have that. And to tell you more about the product line, I want to invite on stage an amazing friend and an amazing speaker, Miss Anne Feinstein. Please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have a dilemma in this world today because so many people believe that they are running around doing the things that they do with the high energy that they need in their lives without really having the right nutrition and the right nutrients to be able to really have a fulfilled, productive, and active lifestyle. It's not just the absence of disease, but it's actually how you feel on a daily basis in order to be able to do the things that you really want to do in your productive life at home with your family, in your professional life, in your personal relationships with people. Think about how many times during the day you think, I'm tired, I don't have any energy. Okay, we just finished up, holiday time, and we start thinking about how we put on a few extra pounds. And that makes us even more tired and cranky. And before we know it, we realize, you know what? There's got to be something out there that can be a solution to give us the kind of nutrients and the benefits that we're looking for. Well, guess what? There is a solution. And that solution has come all the way from the Amazon. Now, many of you know that the Amazon is the heart and the lungs of this entire world with the nutrients and the amazing plants and the fauna that they have there, that we can combine together and create amazing formulations in order to have the right nutrients and the right system-specific foods in order to take care of our bodies, to give us what we're looking for. Now imagine you have to have someone who understands that. You have to have someone who really can captivate the information that is taken years and years passed down through generations. And in his particular case, this was something that Alvaro Zuniga found as a child to be so fascinating with his family, his grandparents sharing information with him, that it became a passion, a life passion, for him to understand how these incredible nutrients could be brought together to make a healthier option for active people on the go. And he spent an entire career studying this. He spent an entire career creating products. And then one day, as you heard Jaime talk about, he looked at the best way to get the information out there to the world. And that was through word of mouth. But what he was able to accomplish was taking 1,500 different ingredients. Now just imagine that. How many of you actually had 1,500 ingredients over the last week in the foods that you ate? Okay, I mean, it's David, okay, he's cheater. Imagine even thinking about that, 1,500 different nutrients, okay, taken from different plants that he's aware of, okay, many of which we grow ourselves. The company actually grows themselves. And then they've created these amazing and this wonderful technology to be able to extract out of those plants the right nutrients. And they've actually created patents, something that is very rare in the nutritional industry, to have patents on the process. 5 different patents that talk about, what Alvaro and his team have been able to accomplish research and development at a very high level. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you something. That is an impressive compliment to this company. And then to have so many wonderful endorsements coming from awards that the company has won over the last number of years, working down in Latin America, from universities to major institutions recognizing the success of this company. Now, not only are those 1,500 nutrients that Alvaro and his team have put together to create special formulations, but there's no preservatives, okay? There's no artificial nothing in these products, okay, which you should be really excited about, Okay, like really. And then something that made me crazy when I saw that, and that was the fact that we have stevia as our sweetener. Because I don't know how many of you have the same experience, but with certain artificial sweeteners, they actually give me a terrible headache. And I can tell you, David can tell you, my husband, is that if I have a sip of something in the past, and I could actually tell you immediately whether that artificial sweetener was in there. So the fact that we're using 1,500 different ingredients, and the fact that we're using no preservatives and stevia got my attention and got my family's attention. Then, if you take a look at the fact that the whole concept is something that we should all be familiar with. How many of you have hot and cold beverages every day? Okay? Hot and cold beverages. So imagine, how many of you have, let's see, be fair, and it may not be you, maybe somebody you know, has had a Coca-Cola in the last 24 hours, a Diet Pepsi, how about an iced tea, how about a sugar-laden juice, okay, or any of those 5-hour energy drinks, okay, that have had you buzzing, where you vibrated for the next 5 hours. Okay, well, guess what? You're not going to have that same experience here. Because we're talking about products that don't have artificial ingredients. Okay, we're talking about 4 product categories that are going to make you so excited. Because I don't think there's anybody in this room that can't get excited about nutraceuticals and wellness products. Okay, how about weight management? Anybody here this time of the year want to lose a few pounds? Shape up a little? How about athletic performance, to have more energy and what I call ba-ba-boom? Okay, I got back to ba-ba-boom when I started this. Okay, and the 4th, of course, is anti-aging. Nobody here wants to look younger, right? Okay, especially in this group, except for that guy in the back who's probably about 19. Right? He's smiling. All right, so what are we talking about? 4 product categories. Okay, which are exciting because we're talking about, look at this, how cool is this? A little convenient sleeve that we can rip open, pour it into water, shake it, and off we go. And one of these products, which is called On, there's an on and an off. David refers to them as up and down. Okay, but it's actually on and off. And On actually feeds your brain. Can anybody here use a little brain food? A little more clarity, a little more focus. Okay, in the same way that Off is going to actually help to keep you, to decompress. Now, in today's modern world, don't you think that those would be 2 really valuable, commodities? Do you know of anybody that couldn't use a little on and a little off? Okay, well, imagine adding to that an immune system booster, and also a product that can actually keep everything flowing, if you get what I mean. All right, so just to start, in this category, launching in the United States, we have 4 products. In the next category, okay, which is weight management, again, one of my favorite categories, we have a product to actually help you before a meal to better deal with the fats and the carbohydrates and the sugars. So you drink a hot beverage before a meal, okay, a little hot water, mix it up, again, pour it in with a little packet like this. It's so fine, and it actually mixes beautifully. I've seen other products that clump, and you look down into the glass and you're wondering, what am I drinking? Okay, this mixes up so beautifully and has such a nice taste to it. So that's called Termo tea. Actually, no-carb tea, before a meal. Termo tea is after a meal to give you more energy, okay, to help your body to better metabolize fats. Then we also have a fiber product, and we also have a probiotic. So that's a great 4 products to start a terrific fat management program. And I can tell you friends that have already started that have lost over 5 pounds just in the first week getting started with that. How about that? Then we go on to the 3rd category, which again, we will continue to expand, the athletic performance. And it doesn't mean you have to be an athlete. You can be like me. okay, wanting to have a lot more energy mid-afternoon. Anybody want to have a little more energy mid-afternoon? Well, I take a Vita Energy and I put it together with an On, and I call it Vita On. Now, I didn't come up with that, actually. My friends in Lima told me about that. And they said, Vita On, it's the bomb. So comes the mid-afternoon, I take those two, pour them in together, shake it up, and I have one, David has one. Since we started with FuXion, he hasn't had a nap in the afternoon. How about that? And I'm running circles around him. Okay, I have so much energy because it's coming from Vita Energy, On, and the other products that I just described. And the last category here we're talking about is anti-aging. And you know what I found? That the skin is the largest elimination organ of the body, the largest. Okay, and you know what? Your skin is actually giving a reflection of what's going on the inside. So if we can actually give it antioxidants to help reverse that and to begin to build the collagen again. How many of you would like a little more collagen and firmness? How many of you would like to have stronger nails and beautiful hair? Okay, well that's what these products are going to do with our beauty, okay, which is something you're going to learn about in the next day or two in our introduction. Probol, balancing hormones. Anybody here have a good need for that? Okay, here in the north, well, this is the southeast, but the northeast, we have a lot of need for that. Passion, a little more passion in your life. It's exactly what it sounds like. Woo! And then the Ganomus cappuccino, and I got to tell you that I go through boxes of that like crazy because it is so freaking delicious that I say every day, you know, take a little bit of the cappuccino, mix it up, sit down, make a few phone calls, and get the day going. So, if you think about how you can switch what you're already using to something healthier, whether it's a hot beverage or whether it's a cold beverage, we have an incredible product line for all of you, whether you're in the younger age group, whether you're in the older age group, the middle age group, younger, male, female, it doesn't matter. There's something magical here in FuXion for all of us. Thank you. So now, thank you. To give you a little understanding about this phenomenal opportunity in the compensation plan, please give a warm welcome to Mr. Randy Gage.
So let's talk about this amazing product line that Ann has been describing to you, and then how it would relate to making a business opportunity for you. Because these products are priced so reasonable. The effects of the product are so demonstrable. The results they produce are so almost immediate in many cases, that it really creates this, if you're interested in a business opportunity, it's the perfect product line for it. Because we're not asking people to change their behaviors. You're talking, when you're building this business, because they say, well, how would you do this? Do you go around and knock on doors? Do you cold call people? No, you wouldn't do any of that. You would talk to your friends, neighbors, relatives, people you hang out with, your Facebook friends, and you would say, hey, you're probably already drinking juices and sodas and coffees and teas and smoothies. Maybe you're buying energy drinks or you're buying sports drinks. We don't want you to change that behavior. Just drink healthier versions of that. And that can be very lucrative because there's 15 different ways to earn with this. Now, I'm not going to go through those 15 ways because we would need about 3 hours for that. So I want to just give you an idea of the kind of potential the business is. Because of those 15 ways, 5 of them are about building customers. Ways in which you would increase the discount you would get on your own products, get them for a better discount, or get more earnings from them. And those 5 together mean what it basically boils down to is you will get a 20 to 30% discount on the products, which gives you an earnings potential of 25 to 38%. So FuXion is very serious about having a product line that you can build a business with and building a huge amount of customers. Retail customers, and you see in Peru and Ecuador and countries with very difficult economies right now, they have literally tens and tens of thousands of people who reorder these products every week or every other week, or hey, I'm almost out of the Termo tea, I need another box, or I'm almost out of the On, I need another box. The rest of the plan, there's about 5 or 6 areas that I would make note of with you guys tonight because I think it's important. One of these is the team bonus. And why this is so important to look at is because FuXion has a hybrid plan. It's called the Evolution Plan because it's very highly evolved. They have taken all of the best elements of different types of pay plan, put them together into this hybrid plan. And one of these ways is this team bonus. And the idea behind this is that everybody builds 2 sides of their organization, a left side and a right side. So your first 2 people you'd sponsor, you'd put one on the left and one on the right, and then you would start to build under them. You don't keep going wider and wider like in other type of plans or businesses. The reason why, we want to promote building depth, helping your people get successful. And as a result of that, there is this team bonus, which they will take. You've got the 2 sides, and they will pay you a bonus on the lesser leg, whichever. So let's say there's 100,000 on one side and 80,000 on one side. You'd get a bonus on the 80,000 side. And that bonus it's from 1 to 10%, as you can see in that category. And it gets very lucrative because this is everybody going down that structure on one side. And it does have a maximum. Obviously, it can't pay forever. It does have a maximum. The maximum is $25,000 a week. So you can get by on that if you really, clip some coupons, hit the early bird dinners, those kind of things. The next one I think is worth noting is the rank bonuses because, again, it's set up to reward the proper behavior. We want people to help their people be successful. So when you help someone get to the first rank, you get a $50 matching bonus for that. And then there's another one higher, and it's actually up to $6,000. And that happens every month for the rank you get to. When you get to a rank in that month, whatever the highest rank, this is a monthly bonus, even though some of our stuff is weekly, whatever the highest rank you would get to in the month, you would get that rank bonus. This one is really extraordinary. This is the one I want you to really think about because this is a 20% matching bonus on the people that you personally bring into the business. So even though you're building just a left side and a right side, for the sake of this bonus, if you had 10 people or 20 people, it wouldn't matter. Each one of them, it's like they're your first level because they're the people you introduced. So if Elena makes $200, you'd get a 20% matching bonus of $40. Vanessa does $800, you'd get $160. If Julio makes $500, you would get a $100 matching bonus. So imagine the potential of that. If you had 8 or 10 or 15 serious people who were out there building a business, what they're making for their team bonus, you're getting the 20% matching bonus. The multi-level bonus is another one that also works on the volume produced by the people you personally introduce into the business. And this is 2 to 8% of the volume of their entire organization. So again, if you bring in Vanessa and she goes out and she produces a volume next week of $3,000, let's say, and you bring in Alberto, and he produces a volume next week of $4,000 order. All those people you're bringing in, it's 2 to 8%. And we've got charts and graphs that show you all the specifics. So we're going to send you home with that, and you'll be able to see, and it's on the website and lots of places. But I just want to give you an idea of the leverage that we're talking about, because that's the real magic of the business. Instead of trading hours for dollars or hours for pesos or hours for euros, we allow you to bring some people into business, train them, plug them into our system, allow them to duplicate, and then get residual income on the volume that they produce for all of the customers that they're bringing in. So it's very lucrative. Then we have some lifestyle bonuses. First one is $350 a month for a car. Get to the higher leadership levels, you get $1,000 a month for a car in case you want to get a luxury car or a sports car. And then there's even a $1,500 a month bonus for a home or an office. So this is really a lifestyle business. And then there's a travel award. And I was all excited about this because they've gone to some really amazing places. So every year, it's somewhere different. So I texted Lena, and I said, listen, okay, we're doing the first launch meeting in Orlando. What is the next trip that everybody there could qualify for? And she said, it's in October, and we're going to Orlando. So that one didn't quite work out the way I was planning, but just know that's and of course, even if you live in Orlando, you would get so many perks and extra money and spending money and things that it would be really, really lucrative for you. So what I want you to understand about the business is it gives you the option for immediate income, and more importantly, it allows you to create ongoing residual income. And then we have these lifestyle bonuses, the cars and the trips and things. And you notice I haven't talked about big dollar amounts and millions of dollars. We're not about that as a team. What we want our people to do, we want to get you out of debt. We want you to pay off your credit cards. We want you to pay off your car and then have a FuXion car bonus. We want you to, pay that off. We want to get you on that $1,500 a month home thing and then pay off your mortgage, retire your mortgage. I can tell you, I'm debt-free. I pay cash for everything. And even though I've become very wealthy, I've never felt richer than the day I first became debt-free. And that's what we'd like for you, is we'd like to show you how to build this income, create some residual, get rid of the credit card debt, the mortgage debt, the car debt, and then build your dream lifestyle. And there's nobody better to tell you about it than this guy you see on this slide with his family. He is one of the top income earners in the world with FuXion, has built an extraordinary business, and we asked him to just take a few minutes and share with you what that has meant for him. So please help me welcome Mr. Luca Meloni. Hey, go tell him. All right, here's.
Okay, how this story starts for me. Some years ago, I doing my corporate career, like maybe some of you. I went to the university, master degree, and corporate dream to be a CEO of some big company. And on the way, I realized that I didn't like it. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be my own boss, so I start to make my own business. I quit to the corporate career, and I start to do my business. And I start with one business and get broke. I start to another business and get broke too. My third business, I get broke too. Nobody tell me that do business, it was very difficult. I think it was easy because I see all these entrepreneurs be successful? I say, if they can, I can do it. So it's not so easy. You need a lot of talent, knowledge, and things that I didn't have it. So I need to go corporate again. And in that time, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, tell me and introduced me network marketing. In that moment, after 1 broke, 2 broke, 3 brokes, so I need to pay a lot of credit cards, debts, and anything. And I say, okay, with this business, if I can earn $300, maybe $500 a month, it's gonna be good for me. So I came involved in network marketing for $400, $500 a month. I didn't know, I didn't realize what this industry can do for us. And I start, and my first month, I earned 500, and I say, okay, this is real, so you can earn this. What is this thing? And go to Google, internet, and become to study, investigate this industry. I know people there. I see people that say they earn 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 50,000. I say, no, this is not real. This is fake. Cannot be. This is not true. And I see some of them wrote books, so I buy the books. Some of them record CDs, DVDs, and I start to buying everything. I became a great student, the best one. I buy everything. You can go to my home. I have all my library, a lot of books. So I start to study and study. I realize that there's people that earn 100,000 a month, 200,000, 1 million. I say, no, it cannot be true. I need to meet these people. I need to meet these people. So I fly to some seminars of these books I have buy, and then I see this guy on stage, and I say, I need my book signed from him. No? You know who I'm talking about? That's her there. So with this knowledge, we have about network marketing for 5 years. In that moment, we met with Álvaro Zúñiga, and we know about FuXion. And 6 years ago, we started with FuXion, when FuXion was a very small company, very, 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 very small company. And with all these things, we get studying, and from 5 years, I have already a master's degree, PhD on network marketing because I have read everything. So I say, with all I know, and with this product, with Álvaro, with this CEO, I say, you and me, we can conquer the world. So we start working. The thing we love of this product, that thing we see on this company is real product for real people at real price. When I understand that, I say, wow, excellent. We are going to do it. And then Álvaro Zúñiga, when you meet tomorrow, you are going to meet Álvaro. You're going to see his passion of this philosophy. Is well, philosophy? Okay. Philosophy? Okay. Philosophy of true health. I came here for money. I didn't know nothing about true health. And Álvaro teach me true health. What is true health? I said to Álvaro, physical health with the products you can get better, you learn to eat well, get healthy, and that kind of stuff. Pocket health, okay? And emotional health. What is emotional health is start to believe in us. Start to believe in myself, my mind get wellness, no? Get healthy, a healthy mind, a good way of thinking. So getting those three things together in this almost 6 years that we are doing Fusion, get a lot of good thing for us, for our family. It's not only about the money, because now we have a lot of stories of friends that they are doing well, friends that have changed their life. I know that sounds maybe so cursi, no? So love, no? Too much love, but it's real. People is changing their life, changing their minds. Now here we have some part of the family, part of friends doing the business and getting well, real well. In myself, we have now the lifestyle we want to have, the business owner lifestyle, but without the business owner responsibilities. So that is nice. About the products and the physical health, 6 years ago, I have like 20, 25 more kilos. So I get like this. I didn't do sports, and I love sports. I like sports, no? You know that kind of people that turn on the TV and watch all the sports? That's me. But I didn't do it. But I want to do it. So with Fusion and the products and the philosophy and believing in me, I started doing sports. And this year, this year no, last year, we just changed. Last year, I can do my first Ironman in my life. And I was that kind of people that was very, very, very afraid to talk to people. I get red, nervous, wet, everything. And look at me, right now, talking to people and in English. So, that's what Fusion do for us, is doing the same thing to a lot of people in all South America. And what we see is going to come is the same thing we see 6 years ago. 6 years ago, we said, we need to work hard. This is a great opportunity. We have a big responsibility in our hands to give this to the world. So we start to make this company sexy, okay, for another kind of people, the ones that teach us how to do this business. So after some years, they can look at us and say, okay, let's take Fusion to the world. And right now it's happening. Right now is the launching, okay? The launching of Fusion to the world. It's happening right now, in this moment, in this saloon, in this meeting, right now. So, if we, without experience, 6 years ago, do this, imagine what you can do with all the experience you have right now from the next 5, 6 years. So that's what works for us, that can work for you. And right now, I'm gonna leave you with a person that is gonna tell you about all the support of the team you are gonna have here in the USA and all around the world, okay? He's a great leader, so let's receive him with a big applause. Sir Paul Devlin. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, it's great to be here. It's an honor to be here. What do you guys think about the potential for the USA Fusion? You're it. There's a lot of people in the United States. 300 and some million? And how many are in this room? Listen, guys, there's no question in my mind that this company is going to grow to huge heights. The only question is whether it's going to be a part of our organization. That's really what it comes down to. And to build one of these organizations, you're going to need help. You're going to need support. And we've got a guy that's actually mastered the art of how to support distributors in network marketing, Mr. Randy Gage. So I've been 30 years in the industry, and I've made millions of dollars. I've never really been in a company that grew or really did anything spectacular. I've never had an opportunity presented to me like this one. What do you guys think? Are you in? Because this is what it's going to come down to. You're in one of two places. You're either in the process of deciding to do something like this, or you're fully decided to do something like this. That's really, you might be fully decided that it's not a fit, and that's okay. You know, this is a volunteer program. So you're either fully decided or in the process of deciding. If you're fully decided, what we'd love for you to do is get with the person that invited you here, get the information you need, and start, because the USA is going. It's going to be huge, with or without us, right? Might as well be with us, right? So there's going to be a step-by-step system rolled out tomorrow that you guys are going to see. And if you want to participate in the business, get involved, come tomorrow, and learn about the step-by-step system that you can use to grow one of these organizations into the tens of thousands of people if you want. There's really, the only limitation is a self-limitation that you'd put on yourself, because the possibilities, not only in the US, but around the world, are massive. Positioning is important. You know, I've never been involved in a startup opportunity, because what are the odds of success with a startup in any business? Would you say 5 years later, if a company starts from scratch, what are the chances that it's going to be around in 5 years? Does anybody know? Maybe 5%. Maybe. Okay? But here we have a company that's already done, I don't know what the end total was in 2015, but it was a lot. It was over $100 million in sales. They're in 11 countries, and they're just launching in the United States. That's not a startup, except if you live in the United States. All right? It's a startup for us that's not going to have a 5% probability of success. To me, it looks like over a 90% probability of success. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that's the timing. You know, the United States, I think, is ready for an opportunity like FuXion. I can see, as I said before, I think this is the biggest thing that's ever crossed my desk. I just want to invite you guys to participate in it. If it makes sense to you, do a gut check. If it feels good in your gut, what is your actual risk to get involved in something like it? It's a product purchase that's guaranteed. I mean, think of the poor people that buy franchises and end up buying a job where they're managing teenagers. And what's their maximum income potential? Believe me, it's nothing like what you heard from Luca. This opportunity has massive potential. From Latin America to around the world, guys, we just invite you to participate. Now's the time to get involved, get with the person that invited you here tonight, and welcome to FuXion.